Hi friends, and welcome back for another ASMR energy healing session. I am so glad that you came back to join me this week. We're gonna start doing something a little bit different with these sessions, in that I'm going to be picking a theme for the month, and then all of the videos I put out that month will have something to do or will somehow tie in with the theme that I picked for the month. So I've decided I want to work through the chakras again, and we're going to start at the root chakra and work our way up to the crown. And so that will be this month's theme, is the root chakra. So all the videos in September will have something to do with this chakra, and just kind of gonna see how it goes. And of course you can always leave feedback letting me know what you think of it. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Misty. This is my little ASMR yoga studio where we do everything in an ASMR style. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, stick around, check it out. And of course, if you do enjoy it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. That is the best way you can support me at this time. The more interaction the channel gets, the quicker I have the opportunity to grow, because YouTube will recommend my videos to more viewers. Okay, so as I said, we're going to be working with the root chakra, and so today we are going to be working with the wound of the root chakra, which is fear. So get comfy, grab something warm to drink, and let's get started. For today's session, I decided to make a warm cinnamon and lemongrass hot tea for us to have throughout the session. And I've got it in this really beautiful little mug. So I will set that to the side for you to have throughout our work together today. And then, of course, as we do in every session, we're going to start with a smoke cleanse. So we'll be using incense to begin to clear away any stagnant, stuck energy that you might have picked up throughout the day or the week. This one is called Super Hit. Super Hit. This one's got a very just like subtle forest floor smell. That's what it smells like to me. I forgot to grab my matches earlier, so we'll use the trusty lighter. I'm just going to begin to waft this incense stick around your entire being. And as I do so, I want you to visualize that the smoke is gently permeating your aura and picking up any energy that you picked up along the week that doesn't belong to you, that's not serving you, right? And it's just going to attract that energy and gently carry it away. So, starting at your crown, I'm going to come down the front of the body, all the way down to your feet. Then we're going to come back up the front of the body, over the crown, and then down the back of the body. Then we're coming back up. And then we'll go down your right side, back up, and down your left side, back up. Okay. And then I'll just do a little bit on me. We'll just go around our whole area. Okay. And we'll set that off to the side to burn for the remainder of the session. Okay, so today we're working with fear. And fear really is the root of all evil. And I say that in the sense that for us as human beings, fear is that root base cause typically of any other problems we have in life. A lot of our anxieties, our issues that we deal with ourselves, or issues communicating with other people, most of the time it is rooted in some type of fear. So we're going to be doing a few things today to work on confronting our fears, facing our fears, and learning how to not minimize our fears, but really see them at face value for what they are, okay? So to start this healing session, I want us to do some breath work together. And that's because when you practice controlled breathing, it begins to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is literally the way our body tells ourselves that we are okay. It's okay to slow down, it's okay to be still, and there's nothing to fear at this moment. So that's how we're going to begin this session, because I need us to be in a very relaxed, calm state so that we can really absorb this work, okay? So we're just going to do a very simple breathing technique where we're going to inhale for 3 seconds, then we're going to pause, retain the breath, and then we're going to exhale for 5 seconds, okay? So wherever you're at, blow all of your breath out. Okay. Inhale, 2, 3, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale, 2, 3, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to breathe with you. Inhale, 2, 3, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for the remainder of this session, you don't have to use that breathing pattern per se, but keep your breaths nice and slow, nice long inhales, nice long exhales, just to keep that body, or just to keep our body in the parasympathetic state, okay? Alright, so next we are going to be doing some plucking and pulling. The reason we're going to be doing this is so many of our fears are rooted in things that happen when we were children and young adults. And as we get older, these fears, we continue to carry them. They're sort of ingrained in like the deepest parts of our mind, right? And even if as an adult, maybe we're not actually scared of some of those things anymore, it can still cause our body and our mind to go into that fearful state. So we're just going to do some gentle plucking and pulling, okay? And we're just going to start to pull out some of these old fears that just don't belong there anymore, okay? These can be different for everybody, so I'm not going to get too specific, but I think in general, maybe we have this fear of not being taken care of, right? Or being abandoned, because when we were a kid, there was a day that our parents accidentally left us at the store, you know, or something like that, something that was completely not harmless, but not intentional to harm us or scare us. Things happen, accidents happen, right? And so maybe something like that happened to you as a kid, and now you are like very afraid of being abandoned, or not being loved by the people in your family or your relationships. So think along those lines. What is something maybe that happened to you as a kid that you are still holding on to, and that fear is playing out in your adulthood? And once you can come up just with one thing that you know is going on with you, or it's a pattern you've noticed, just visualize that I am pulling that out. We're just starting to loosen it up and pulling it out of the innermost part of us. So there's still some stuff that's just really stuck in there, so we're gonna snip that out using my trusty scissors, okay? We'll just cut out those really attached, connected parts. So next I'm just going to gently wipe away. Think of it as sticky cobwebs, right? So you had all that fear, these basic fears, right, that you kind of had rooted in you. Well, we've started to clear that out. And think of it, you had that stuff in storage for so long, the cobwebs have started to build up. So we're just going to dust some of those cobwebs away. Think of the cobwebs as the overthinking, overreaching, over-exaggerating that happens in our mind when it comes to our fears. So the actual fear itself is just like, it's the tip of the iceberg, right? It's what happens in our mind after we latch on to that fear that really tumbleweeds and turns into that whole iceberg of a problem. So I'm just gently wiping away these cobwebs, these sticky thoughts that are basically the mind overreacting to the fear. Alright, that looks really good. Of course, we can't end any session without using a little crystal healing. So I have a red jasper and a clear quartz. The red jasper is representative of the root chakra, and the clear quartz is a very healing crystal. I mean, it can really be used for anything, right? So we are going to gently tap these together and visualize that the clear quartz and the red jasper are helping to heal your root chakra, heal your fears at the very root of our being, by reminding us that we are connected to this earth and to nature. We're a part of this beautiful planet that we live on, and we have a right to be here. We have a right to be safe, secure. The clear quartz will help to transmute our fears, helping us to really look at them in a different light. Instead of being afraid of our fears, being able to face them and learning how to overcome them. And by overcome them, I mean walk through them, do the thing that scares you. I would love to say that maybe we could just make fear go away, but I don't think that's really possible. It's part of human nature. It's part of our survival mechanism. So the clear quartz is more so just to help us change the way we look at our fears. Help us from the overthinking, the over-exaggeration, the overreaching thoughts that we attach to these fears. Helping us to use fear to our advantage. just going to hold both of these at the root chakra, allowing that energy to infuse into your root chakra. Alright guys, that is going to be it for our session today. So hopefully you learned something here that you can carry with you from this session, take it out into your daily life, and use it as a tool when you're feeling afraid. If you're feeling really anxious and overwhelmed by a fear, take a second, take a few minutes, and practice some controlled breathing. Inhaling, pausing at the top, and then exhaling for just a little longer than the inhale. Try looking at your fears from a different light. Looking at them as a tool to maybe learn something, get through a life lesson, challenge you, help somebody else. Who knows? There can be so many lessons in fears that we have. And just remember that you don't have to overthink it, okay? So if you're afraid of something, don't put it off. Don't let it get up in your head where you just mull it around for 2 weeks and you turn it into this huge iceberg, right? Like, the next time you're facing a fear, figure out how you want to tackle it and get it done as soon as possible. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for joining me this week. I really enjoyed this session. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Yes, I'm fluffing your aura because I almost forgot. And we gotta make it all nice and fluffy and shiny after all that work we did. So, alright, you look great. Thank you so much for joining me. I can tell you that I will be putting out a couple of extra videos this month. One will probably be a yoga video for sure. I think I'm going to do an extended breathwork video. I haven't quite decided, but there are going to be 2 bonus videos this month in September, aside from the weekly energy session. So I hope that you will come back to join me. Again, if this was your first time here, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. You can always leave a comment letting me know what you thought, or if you have any request for maybe a certain topic you'd like covered. And then down in the comments below, well, in the description below, there is a freebie that I have for you guys. It is a beginner's guide to the chakras and how working with the chakras and balancing them can help us overcome bad habits. So feel free to check that out. It is free. It's in the description below. And I do have a course, you guys. It's all about taking a break from booze so that you can reassess your relationship with alcohol. We don't talk about that all the time on this channel, but I am an alcohol-free person. I have been alcohol-free since 2020, and it has completely changed my life by cutting booze out of my life. So, if you happen to be watching this and you happen to be struggling with something like that, I was there too for many years, and I put together a course to kind of help you get through those first 30 days and just see how life is without drinking. So, okay, that's all the side notes. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again next week.